Today on CBTV Idaho, I'm going to talk about the police station groundbreaking and the substation ribbon cutting that are both happening this Thursday in Idaho Falls. I'm going to give an update on the construction happening downtown on 8th Street and Park Avenue, and I'm going to give you some updates on the new sidewalk construction that is scheduled to happen in downtown Idaho Falls. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. My name is Tyson. You are watching Construction Business TV, Idaho Falls, Idaho. Welcome back, guys, to CBTV Idaho. My name is Tyson. I'm your video journalist for Construction Business TV in the Idaho Falls area. If this is your first time on the channel, CBTV is a YouTube-based news resource dedicated to keeping you up to date on all the construction and development projects going on in your local area. I'm going to start this episode off with a community inquiry where viewers of CBTV Idaho reached out with questions about construction projects that they are seeing in their local areas. We have one pertaining to the construction site on the corner of 1st and 45th in Ammon. So I reached out to the Bonneville County Administrative Assistant about this project because I didn't know anything about it. And they replied that that location is going to be a new subdivision that is beginning to be developed called Perkins Station. There's going to be a building permit, there has been a building permit issued for a single level convenience store that will be on that corner of the subdivision. My second community inquiry has to do with the road expansion project from 17th Street and Woodruff. I've talked about this story in the past. I'll leave a link in the corner of the last time that I reported on it. People are wondering at what point is construction going to get underway to expand this intersection to help the free flow of traffic in that area. So I reached out to the Idaho Public Works Public Information Officer, and this was their reply. They're saying, unfortunately, this is their quote, unfortunately, we did not receive any bids back on the Woodruff 17th intersection project, so that has been pushed to next year. Idaho Falls Power will be doing some utility work on the intersection this year, but nothing else will be done until the following year. And now I'm going to bring to you guys, as always, a local construction job post lead. This is all within the last 7 days, so it's pretty fresh out there. This is from Worksteer LLC. They have an immediate need to fill 7 different positions in their company. All these positions are local to Idaho Falls. They are all full-time. They're all entry level, and they have salary ranges between $17 to $25 an hour. We have things such as framers, concrete finishers, concrete laborers, painters, journeymen. So I'm going to leave a link in the description below the video. You can follow that link to find more information on any of these positions as well as how to apply for them. Next, I have a relatively recent bid posting that was put out on the Idaho Falls website. This is for the West Side Substation construction project. Idaho Falls Power is looking to remodel the West Side Substation, and a bid has been posted online for this project. This work is going to include the consolidation of wiring and controls now residing in 2 control buildings to 1 control building. The work is also going to include the installation of new control wirings, new relay racks, the removal of 2 existing breakers and pads, and install new concrete pads and new breakers. So this bid was opened on the 3rd of this month, and it closes on the 5th of May. Complete project details and bid instructions can be found in the link below the video. Before I get to story number 1, I have a lumber market price update for you. So at this point last week, the lumber market price peaked at $950 per 1,000 board feet. The price then spiked to $1,040 on last Thursday. It has since rested down to $984 per 1,000 board feet. If you find value in the content that I provide for you every week, make sure you hit the like button below the video. With that, let's hit story number 1. Story number 1 is a pedestrian access connection project which will take place Yellowstone Avenue and South Capitol Avenue. Essentially, they're going to be putting in a whole line of new sidewalks for pedestrians in this section of downtown. So the purpose of this project is to install a sidewalk along the east side of Capitol Avenue between Pancrase Drive and Short Street, as well as on both sides of Short Street between Capitol Avenue and Chamberlain Avenue. Also, ADA ramps will be installed at intersections. So something to look out for when this begins is shoulders are going to be closed during construction with possible lane restrictions in place during construction. Before I get to story number 2, I want to take a minute to thank everybody who has consistently viewed my content every week and who has subscribed to Construction Business TV on YouTube. We're currently sitting at about 940 subscribers. We're very close to the 1,000 subscriber mark. So thank you again. For those of you who haven't yet, the button's right there. Let's hit story number 2. An update on the construction of Park Avenue and A Street. So this is an update from Knife River, the construction contractors who are handling this project. So according to Knife River, last week was spent mainly reconnecting the building main lines to the new water supply one by one and taking the businesses off the temporary water service. They had a little bit of a hiccup in construction as a bad water valve was discovered near Broadway. They had to chase that down and repair it, which put them 2 days behind schedule. So their goal at this point, they're hoping to have the road paved through the intersection of A Street and Park Avenue by May 11th. So this week is going to start with them bringing the road up to grade. They're going to begin setting up forms for curbs and driveways this Wednesday through this Friday. So the next phase of the waterline replacement on Park Avenue is going to begin soon, and they will be sharing the details for the road closure on the 400 block along with the traffic plan to access A Street businesses as soon as possible. And during this phase, the intersection of A Street and Park Avenue is going to be closed. The 400 block is the next set of north blocks. This is north of the location where the work is being done now. Before I move on to my final story, I wanted to take a second to remind you guys again real quick about my second playlist right here in the corner, the Idaho Falls Auditorium series, where Rob Spear, the executive director of the Idaho Falls Auditorium series, and myself, as well as Malone Bullock of Bateman Hall Hogan, we go on site for the Mountain America Event Center construction project happening in Idaho Falls. We go out there once a month, so we do a video near the beginning of every month updating you on the progress of the construction and everything that goes on behind the scenes to build a facility of this size. So make sure you follow that playlist as well. Let's move on to the final story. My final story for you are 2 huge events in construction that are happening on the same day this week. This Thursday, the 28th in Idaho Falls, we have the Idaho Falls Power Payne Substation ribbon cutting, as well as the Idaho Falls Police Station groundbreaking. So first off, we have the Idaho Falls Power Payne Substation ribbon cutting. Idaho Falls Power will be holding a ribbon cutting for the recently completed Payne Substation in Idaho Falls. The ribbon cutting will also be for a 161 kilovolt sugar mill to Payne transmission line completed along the project. So this will be Thursday from 2 to 4 p.m. It will be at 5995 North River Road in Idaho Falls. Representatives from Idaho Falls Power are going to be on site to answer questions and provide tours of the new substation. Our second event will be happening earlier that same day. A ceremonial groundbreaking for the Idaho Falls Community Policing Facility scheduled to take place this Thursday at 10 a.m. The ceremony will take place at the facility's future location, which will be 701 North Gate Mile in Idaho Falls. Everybody is invited to attend this. So as mentioned in my past CBTV reports, I'll even leave a link right up here for my last one. The construction of this station will be a historic event for the Idaho Falls Police Force, as it has never had a standalone consolidated headquarters in its 127 years of history. And with the rapid expansion of growth that we're seeing, it's certainly the best time for this to happen. So you're not only going to be able to review these proceedings live on CBTV, because I'll be there, I'll be filming the whole thing live, but you're also going to be able to see regular updates on the construction of this facility, just like I've been doing with the Mountain America Event Center once a month, where I've gone out there to update you on how that's been going. I will be continuing to do that same pattern, that same format with the construction of the Idaho Falls Police Station. So make sure that you stay tuned for that. Subscribe to Construction Business TV if you haven't yet, and hit the notification bell so that you get updated when I come back with updates on all of these big city projects. that's going to do it for this week's edition of CBTV Idaho. Thank you guys again so much for your time and your support, your subscriptions. You guys drive safe.